Oh, then she stated that the freak offs had a smell and they would buy candles to mask the smell. What was the smell? That's what I want to know. Like, what was the smell? What did it smell like?
Let's be clear, I ain't never took a loss. Every time I go shopping, I ain't gotta check the cost. Still independent, still my own boss. Still got bad bitches coming up they draws. Keep the beat up like a motherfucking Frito. Lucci flaming hot like a motherfucking Cheeto. This is not an act, I am not Don Cheeto. So the nigga L, treat him like a free code. Yeah, you heard right, I'm a whole ass gangster. Made him eat my butt, I ain't even say thank ya. First gon' fuck, no nigga, I'm a prankster. I can make a thug nigga feel like a wankster. Pull up down my green like Shigo.
What's up, Lucci gang? It's your girl Lucci V, and welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another video, and today we are going to be getting into another edition of Tea with Lucci V. So if you would like to get into a little tea with me, you know what to do. Stay tuned to this video right here. But first, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, ding, ding, ding. And let's get it. What's up, y'all? Happy Monday. I know that I'm supposed to drop Tea with Lucci V yesterday on Sunday. If you follow me on like the little community tab on YouTube or whatever where I make my little posts, I did say I was going to be posting late last night. I was out with my family, but y'all, I ended up staying later than expected. So yeah, things got I feel like I put a lot of lip gloss on today. I put like 3 different lip gloss on, and I feel like it's going to make that a little sticky. Y'all know what I'm talking about? So if it does that at any point in this video, y'all don't be screenshotting me talking about she foaming at the mouth and all that, okay? But anyways, y'all, happy Monday, start of a fresh week. I hope everyone had a great and safe weekend. Let's have a great and safe, productive week, you guys, okay? Now let's get into the tea because the tea has been piping hot, okay? Hold on, let me take a sip of my Red Bull to get ready for this. I've never had a list this long on a Tea with Lucci V in my notes. So I don't know if I'm gonna do everything. I don't want the video to be too long, but let's start off with this. There has been a alleged update in the Meg Thee Stallion versus Tory Lanez pew 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 situation. Now there has been someone to come forward who was working at Chelsea's bodyguard at one point, I think like during the trial or whatever, and he overheard Kelsey talking to her husband, basically admitting that she was the one that pew 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 Meg Thee Stallion. Okay, now you guys know how I am when it comes to like cases, or at least some of you know, because when I get on live, when it's a current case going on, I usually talk about the case. Like when it comes to cases, I don't just go off the headlines. Like y'all, I will watch like, especially if the case is a case that's like streaming live on YouTube, I will sit there and watch the whole 5 hours of the court date. Okay. And if it's not like something that's being live streamed, I'm following and reading all the lawyers or all the press that's in the actual courtroom tweets, their updates. I'm watching hella video, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I really go into detail with the cases. Okay. And I'm gonna just be honest with all the things that were coming out during the trial. I always felt like it was Kelsey that did it, and he tried to wrestle it away from her and it went off. Like I literally always felt like that in my soul, and I feel like they were all so drunk that they don't really remember what happened. Like, you know, like I love me some Meg, I love her down, but I do think that she was so intoxicated that she does not 100% remember what happened. And I mean that happens to a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? Like I have had times where I have been so drunk I don't remember my night. Like that has happened to me plenty of times. So I'm not judging her, but I do feel like that's the case in this situation. I feel like they were all so intoxicated that they literally do not remember what happened. Okay, now I do think that we need some kind of ring camera footage or something, because didn't they say during the trial that somebody had like a video or something? Like, so we need something. We need something. Okay. Now people were like, oh, there's no way that Tory would took the rap for Kelsey. You know what I'm saying? Da 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 da. But allegedly Tory Lanez said that the reason why he did take the rap for her is because she's a mom, and you know he don't want to take a mom away from her kids or something along those lines. And I mean, going off of what the security guard says, I don't think that's gonna hold any weight to change anything. But it's like, if that is true and you have an innocent black man locks up for a crime that you know he did not commit. Well, I mean, no, actually, isn't he locked up for being a convicted felon with the pew pew? That might be the case, but still, you have the whole world thinking that this man pew pew this girl, and you know the truth. No, I'm not saying this is facts because we don't know. I don't know. I wasn't there. Like, this is one of those situations where I really wish I could have been a fly on the wall. Like, I think about this case often. Like, I am obsessed with certain cases. Like, the number one case that I'm really obsessed with is John Benet Ramsey. Like, you guys do not know how many videos I've watched on it, how many articles I've read, how many pages of the actual police reports and everything I've read. Like, I go through, like, what do they call, like, bouts. Like, I will be obsessed with the John Benet Ramsey case, and I will research for like a week straight, and then I'll be like, okay, let me like leave it alone, and I will think I'm done with it, and then I'll see like a post on social media or something about her, and I'll be like, oh, here I go back on this deep dive. Like, so this is one of those cases, the Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez case. This is one of those cases that I do find myself thinking about a lot, and I really wish that I could have been a fly on the wall and saw what happened. Like, this is crazy. But yeah, that's the newest update of information about the Meg Thee Stallion versus Tory Lanez. There's a security guard that was working for Kelsey that's alleging that he overheard her admitting to being the one that did it. And, you know, he was basically saying like he couldn't live with it being on his conscience, so he had to come forward with it. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that the security guard is telling the truth? Do you guys think that Kelsey is the one that pew pew? Like, what do you guys think? Like, this is crazy. This is crazy. Now, to stay on the subject of trials, let's get into some updates about the Diddy trial. And one thing I want to point out about the Diddy trial is I see so many opinions, so many think pieces of people going off of what the headlines say and not actually like reading into what was actually said. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these blogs are posting things for shock value and for clickbait and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So they're not putting specific, like, for example, I saw a headline that said like Cassie says that she loved the F-offs or whatever. So people were all like writing these think pictures like, y'all thought Cassie was innocent whole time. She was saying she loved them and blah, 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 blah. She was not forced to do anything. She's saying she loved it. Da, da, da. But what Cassie actually said in the text message is, I love the F-offs when we both want them. Meaning clearly there are times that she does not want them and she has to do them. Like, why y'all just like, I feel like this whole thing, along with the stuff that's coming out with Meg Thee Stallion, the stuff that came out with Halle Bailey, all of this, I have been seeing so many men versus women think pieces instead of just uplifting a victim. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why does see women always doing this and men, like, leave men versus women out of it. Like, let's just acknowledge that these are victims here. Like, hello, thank you. But let's get into the Diddy case, okay? Now, like I said, we did find out that Cassie was okay with the F-offs. You know what I'm saying? She was setting things up. You know, we found out she would be the one sometimes to call the male escorts and, you know, whatever the case may be. But she did say that, yes, sometimes, you know, she felt like that was her only way to have personal time with Diddy. You know, he would act so busy. We also found out that sometimes he would leave the F-offs after doing it with Cassie and then go be with Kim Porter. There's another girl, Gina. I don't know if you guys remember Gina. She got into it with Young Miami a few years ago. And what makes things a little different now is, now that we know what all was going on, Young Miami's tweet to Gina like, yeah, I'll make Diddy have you on your knees. It's kind of like, whoa. Like, and Carisha says that like she didn't know anything about the F-offs and that type of behavior and all that. It's like, it's giving now, you might have known, sister, because what you mean I'm gonna have Diddy have you on your knees? Oh, okay. Also, we found out that there was a time when Cassie's now husband, who used to be her trainer, has watched her and Diddy on FaceTime, which a lot of people felt like was crazy. And, you know, I saw Lil Boosie saying like, oh, her husband, you know, they conspired this whole thing to get Diddy's money and bring him down. I don't think so, because some of the people in the courtroom, like the press, they said that the way that Cassie's husband was staring a hole through Diddy's head was intense, like to the point where he had to be removed before they started talking about certain situations. Like, there's a clip of him leaving from court looking angry, and people was all like, oh, because he was so disgusted by Cassie, he had to leave. No, the press that was in the courtroom said that he had to leave before they talked about certain things because of how intense he was looking at Diddy. Like, he wanted to bite Diddy's whole head off. Okay. Okay. Also, we find out that there was a point where Cassie started messing with the rapper Kid Cudi, and Diddy blew his car up. Now, this was a rumor. I remember years ago, I remember this was a big rumor, like on the T pages, in the blogs and all of that. And like, there was never a confirmation or deny, but we found out that that was true. Kanye had Kid Cudi's car blew up. Like, boy, what you think, you in Fast and Furious or something? Why is you blowing people's cars up? Are you cool? See, and people want to say all this stuff like, why didn't Cassie just leave? Why didn't Cassie just leave? Hello, she was scared. Like, this man was getting people unalived, blowing their cars up, saying that he can find their families and all that. Like, it's so easy to say what you would and wouldn't do in situations when you've never been in it. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I've never been in a like abusive relationship, and I have had friends that were though. And I used to be so confused. Like, girl, why you not just leaving? Why you not just leaving? And like, I feel like sometimes like these women get so broken down that they feel like no one else will want them. They're so broken, so they might as well stay with this person. Like, I personally don't know, because I've never been in this situation, so I can't really say what I would want to do. But I mean, you don't even got to put your hands on me, and you do something to rub me the wrong way, and I'm cool on you, baby. So I mean, I personally don't think I would stay, but I'm not going to judge anybody, especially when you messing with someone on the caliber of Diddy that could get your whole family wiped off the planet. Like, what? Okay. So then we also find out when Don Richard takes the stand that Kalina was lying. Kalina is the other girl that was in Dirty Money. If you don't know who Don Richard is, she was in the group Danny Decane that Diddy formed on Making a Band. And then also later she was in the group Diddy Dirty Money with Diddy, herself, and Kalina. Now, speaking of Diddy Dirty Money, y'all, that group was way ahead of its time. I feel like if they had came out like during this day, they would have been way bigger. Like, I love that first album they dropped. What's it called? Like Last Train to Paris or something like that. That whole album, start to finish, is chef's kiss, masterpiece. Production, features, everything. If you've never heard it, y'all should really go listen to it. But Kalina had came out making this whole statement, like, basically, y'all know that Diddy had got caught paying a woman, unnamed woman, to release like a good statement about him. We found out that it was Kalina, and Don said that Kalina was present times when he was boom 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 on Cassie. You know what I'm saying? And they asked Don, like, okay, after you witnessed it, what happened? Like, what did Diddy say to you? And Don basically said that Diddy was just like, this is normal. It was out of passion, and it would be in you guys' best interest if you guys don't say anything, because people could come up missing. I don't know. It's like, did he think he on an episode of Power or something? The way he be moving around, like, how is you a Thomas? Is you Raquel Thomas' brother? Like, what the hell? What? Okay. Then another thing, y'all, is people have been clocking that Zeus Network has hosted a Diddy party before, and people are like coming up this whole conspiracy theory, like that Zeus Network is into the F-offs, you know what I'm saying? Because there's been a lot of rumors over the years about Natalie, taking girls out to Dubai and doing things, and so it's crazy how all of this wraps into each other. Another highlight from the case that really stuck out to me is Cassie talks about having multiple UTIs all the time and it hurting while there would be and also about her mouth having sores in it for so many hours at a time. That is sick. I'm sorry. Like, how long do you have to be to get a sore? Also, it was stated that there was no protection allowed to be used. Y'all know a rubber. Um, and yeah, like the whole thing, like, oh, then she stated that the freak offs had a smell and they would buy candles to match the smell. What was the smell? That's what I want to know. Like, what was the smell? What did it smell like? Okay, so next we're gonna get into Chris Brown was arrested. Okay, in the UK, apparently he hit someone over the head with a liquor bottle. Now, this came shortly after he posted Free Tory. So people are alleging that, basically Rock Nation possibly had something to do with that. Um, I really don't know. I'm not gonna lie, like, I really don't know. I feel like we have known Chris Brown to have a temper over the years, so this isn't anything new. So I don't know if it's just a coincidence, that he lost his temper and, did what he has been known to do before in the past, or if it was an actual setup. I really don't know, but I don't want to see anyone in jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, I honestly be feeling like, this is my personal opinion. I be feeling like for minor things, like, I mean, hitting somebody over the head, it's not minor, but I be feeling like certain things, you don't need jail time. Like, people that sell drugs, I don't feel like they should be in prison for like 10 and 20 years and stuff like that. Like, that's for people who unalive people. Like, I don't feel like they need to leave Chris Brown in there with no bail until, when they say like at least June 8th, like, he ain't have to be in there right now. Well, I guess you could unalive somebody with a liquor bottle, can't you? Nah, man, I'm sorry. Disregard my last statement, y'all. I don't know, but free Chris Brown. Hopefully, he's not away from his children for too long. But yeah, y'all, do y'all think it's a conspiracy? Do y'all think like Jay-Z has something to do with that because he said free Tory? Y'all comment down below and let me know. Okay, now let's talk about Antonio Brown. You guys know the football player. If you watch Baddies, then you know Nunu. She always be talking to my baby daddy, Antonio Brown, Antonio Brown, Antonio Brown. He also has dated Keisha Cole in the past. He also is very known for tweeting crazy things. Like, people think he have like that CTE thing that the football players be getting from getting hit in their head and the concussion so much. But basically, he was out and there's a video of him getting jumped. Apparently they were trying to take his jewelry. He was getting jumped, and I'm not gonna lie, for them to be jumping him, he was getting in there with them. Like, a jump wasn't really had because he was, I mean, they was jumping him, but he was in there. Like, what do y'all mean? Y'all was not tearing him up. Like, y'all thought y'all was gonna just tear him up. But when the people were walking away or running away, he pulled out a pew pew and started busting. So there's a big debate on whether it's self-defense or not. I feel like it's not going to be considered self-defense because they were already like walking away from him when he started pew-pewing or whatever. But leave people alone. Why y'all out there jumping people trying to rob them? Like, that's the thing. Y'all lucky it didn't pop one of y'all for real and the sounds just went off, like. And a lot of people I saw that was like, oh, Antonio Brown always be acting crazy. That's what he get. That's what he get. Like, I'm a type of person, y'all, I don't wish bad on anybody. Like, I don't care what they've done to me, how they've treated me. I just don't wish bad on people. Like, I just don't. Like, I don't get pleasure out of seeing people suffer. Like, it don't matter if you a op, an enemy, whatever you want to call it. Like, I just don't get pleasure out of seeing people suffer because the tables could turn. It could be you at any moment. So I don't get that. And then the last thing I'm going to talk about is DDG versus Halle Bailey. Okay. Now, Halle Bailey has I believe, what is it, the order of protection, basically alleging that DDG has put his hands on her. You could see her, she has chipped a tooth, saying he bust her head against the stairwell. He took her phone and threw it out through it. And the whole thing is this, like, Halle is playing chess, not checkers, because she's sitting back and letting DDG and his family get online and get on these lives and really make a fool, okay? Like, there's texts with his mom, okay? And Halle is asking, like, do you want me to bring Halo so that DDG could have him for XYZ amount of days while I'm going shooting? And the mom is like, oh, He said he'll just get him when you get back on XYZ day. So it's like for him to get online and be acting like, oh, she never lets me have the kid when I ask for him. It seems like he wants the kid on his time and his time only, which is not fair. Okay, then his sister getting on live saying things, and they're chopping up this little point on his old stream where they were playing like a trivia game, and it was girls versus guys, and you could see Halle like pushing one of his friends like or his brother like get back. But they were trying to, I guess, cheat and come to the girl side and look at answers. So the DDG's brother was trying to come to the girl side and look at the answers, I guess, for the trivia game, and Halle was kind of like pushing him back like no. And people are really clipping that and making it seem like, see, Halle was abusive too, like she's aggressive. Like, why? Like, that was from a whole game. Like, are y'all serious right now? Like, and that goes back to what I was saying earlier in the video about this whole man versus woman thing. Whenever it comes out with something like this, with like abusers, or a woman is a victim, they automatically try to pick and try to find something that the woman could have possibly done to make the man do that. And it's just like, what is wrong with people? What is wrong? Like, why is it so hard to believe that, yeah, y'all favorite streamer is not that great of a person? Like, like the girl has pictures of her tooth chip. She has pictures of bruises on her body, and y'all are still trying to find ways to, oh, well, what if she did? Like, no, now DDG and Soulja Boy are into it, because Soulja Boy said, like, yeah, I'm on that with you for putting your hands on Halle. DDG is responding with, you're broke. No one listens to Crank That anymore. And Soulja Boy is all like, man, forget all that. Let's squabble. Like, let's squabble. And my thing is this, like, Soulja Boy has been in the news for putting his hands on a female before as well. So, right message, wrong messenger. Like, somebody need to squabble you for the things that you have done too. I remember the girl, what was his, Nia Riley. Yeah, I remember them on the little marriage boot camp show. He was so aggressive to her, so mean to her, coming all up in her face, acting like he was about to hit her, and then she admitted that he be hitting her. Like, come on now, Soulja. Come on now, Soulja. You want to be the first to do everything? First rapper to hit his girl and then get mad at another rapper for hitting his girl. There you go. You're the first one to do that too, Soulja. Big Soulja. What? You're a tweaker. You're a tweaker. Like, thank you for standing up for the girl, but stand up for the girls that you done put your hands on as well, boo. Like, are you cool? Child. If some more tea come out, y'all, I might do an extra Tea with Lucci V video this week. I don't know. Like, the tea has been teeing. Okay, but let me go ahead and end this video. I don't want it to be too long for y'all. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.